Happy Saturday, everybody. As you can see, I got a new puppy. His name is Duke. He is a 9-week-old corgi, and he's going to get a lot bigger than what he is now. He's going to be about 30 pounds, 25, 30 pounds. But yeah, that was my big 40th birthday gift. Me and the family found a woman who had a bunch of puppies that was rehoming, and we ended up, just doing it. It ended up being a good situation. She lived very close by, and our other dog has been lonely ever since. We had to put Plato down a couple of months ago, and that was pretty devastating. I had him, for 14 years. He was my boy. He was always with me, but she just really doesn't know doesn't know life without another pet in her life. So we got him. It's like having a newborn baby, but he's so cute. He'll be on more videos as he gets older, but right now he's too young. I can't keep him in my room. He like puts everything in his mouth. But yeah, I'll have him on some more videos. I'll do a puppy cam when he's a little bit older and he's able to just chill in my room. But for now, I figured I would just show him briefly to you guys. But let's go ahead and talk about the second half of the birthday vinyl that I got. I got a couple of gift cards and stuff like that. So I used that to build up the collection. I had all of these records on tape or CD, and I just knew that eventually when I was able to, I would get them on vinyl, and that's exactly what I did. And these are three of some of my favorite albums to come out this year so far. I talked about them in the stream last night on the Heavy Metallurgy channel with Simon from Explosive Action, and then Marty and Alan. We talked about our favorite albums to come out so far this year. We even ranked our top 10, which was incredibly hard because I had so many that I pulled. So I'm definitely going to have top 50 or my 50 favorite releases again this year. I just realized because I had about 20 pulled last night. I didn't even get through them all. But one of them that I did make sure to mention and talk about, and this one's growing on me the more I listen to it, and probably could have easily been in my top 10. It was just so hard, and that is the new Necrot album, Lifeless Birth, right? Yeah, Lifeless Birth. I always get this and Blood Offerings for whatever reason mixed up. But anyway, their third full-length album, Band is Out of California. Just really, really good, straightforward, catchy death metal. And they do it really, really well. This is out on Tank Crimes. It has a really nice jacket. As you can see, the embossing logo right here with the like shininess. Cool artwork. I will put the artist's name here up somewhere because I'm going to butcher the name. But there you go. His name is Merold Van Housteren. I probably butchered that. But yeah, just really, really good album. Really catchy. It's growing on me every time I listen to it. Just gets stuck in my head. Nice little purple vinyl here. I think there were several different variants, but this might have been the one that was pressed the most. But just, I didn't care about the color. I just snagged whatever was available. And yeah, it starts off with Cut the Cord, which is a really, really catchy song. Drill the Skull is another really catchy song that gets stuck in my head. Just really good songs. Catchy, good, straightforward, riffage death metal. Really great riffs on here. And yeah, I think this is probably my favorite album that they've come out with so far. I was a big fan of Blood Offerings and Mortal. I really like those albums, but I think this one is starting to creep up there as my favorite one so far from this band. If you're ever able to see them live, I highly recommend it. They are so good live. I saw them about 4 years ago with Exhumed, and oh man, it was right before Mortal came out. Man, they were so good live. I would love to see them again. Hopefully I can soon, but yeah, so definitely check this out. A great release. Just a big fan of this band, so again, that artwork is quite something. So that was one that I got on vinyl. The next one is another one of my favorite releases. Man, I've been listening to this a ton since it came out. I got it on CD when it first came out, but that was not good enough. Had to get it on wax, and that is Skeletal Remains with Fragments of the Ageless. This is their... I don't remember how many, fourth, fifth record. I can't remember now. Just let me pull up my notes. I should have kept them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth album. Another band out of California. Really, really good death metal band. I feel like they're a little underrated. They don't get as much praise as they deserve, that's for sure. I was a huge, huge fan of their last several albums. The Entombment of Chaos was a really good album out in 2020. Devouring to Mortality, Condemned to Misery, and Beyond the Flesh. They're all really, really solid albums. But this one, I feel like, is their best so far. I love the vocal style that they incorporate on this. What's his name? The vocalist, is it Chris? He's changed his style. Like, it's definitely a little bit more of a lower vocal style, not as that raspy, high pitchy sound that he's had on his past albums. So yeah, I really love this album. I think it's so good. It's got a very dark and dissonant sound to it. They've expanded and progressed their sound quite a bit. Their last few albums remind me quite a bit of like Death, stuff like that. There's full of riffs, but they definitely they went a little bit of a different way on this album, and I really enjoy it. So the album artwork is Dan Seagrave, and then the middle gatefold is Juan Castellino. I can never say your name. I'm so sorry. So I love the artwork on this. It is so good. This alone was worth having the record for. And then here is the back. There is also a printed inner sheet, which is nice, of the lyrics, and then the band photo. And then this one is, I don't remember how many color variants there were. I just grabbed whatever was available. I didn't really care about the color variants, but it goes well with the album. This is also out on Century Media. It's like this, like green, which whatever. There's one sticker, and then there's the other sticker. So yeah, man, I love this album so much. Again, I'm a huge fan of this band. I feel like they're a little underrated. Some people just forget about them. And I think this album is spectacular. And this actually might creep up too, because I've been listening to this a ton since it came out. And I spun it twice yesterday to prepare for the Heavy Metallurgy stream. And yeah, just a huge, huge fan of this album. So great band. I would love to see them live someday. Hopefully I can, because I'm sure they probably are just super killer live. But yeah, so Skeletal Remains is the other one that I got. And then finally, the last album, which is by far, I think this was in my top 5 yesterday, either 5 or 6, I can't remember, has been one of my favorite albums to come out this year. This is probably one of the most spun albums in terms of the tape that I had before, but now I absolutely had to get this on vinyl. And that is Atreyu with Aumicide. I did a review for this on Heavy Metallurgy, and just phenomenal album. Man, I love these guys so much. This album is so good compared to their last full length they put out. They only have 2, which was also on $20 Spain, but this one is so great. Band is out of Canada, Canadian technical death metal, and I picked this up from the Iron Fortress distro, just because, I like to try and support his distro as much as I can. So yeah, but this is definitely still available on $20 Spin's website too. I think there's like 2 or 3 color variants. So yeah, I had to get this on wax, and this was such a great album. I said in my review, just, it's not technical death metal in like the way that makes your brain go mush. It's not just so noodly, but it's just great song structures. Man, I love the vocal variants on here. I love the guitar like riffs, and just the like progressive sounds that they have in here, and just like space atmosphere that they create on here, like sci-fi atmosphere. So printed inner sheet, and again, this has just been one of those albums that I've been listening to a ton. Has the black inside of the jacket. Just simply phenomenal album. And this is the B2 variant, the Koi Pond Marble. There was like 3 or 4 variants. I thought this was pretty cool. This was just what Iron Fortress had available, but I think that turned out pretty awesome. I'm not a huge fan of orange vinyl, but this looks awesome. I love the smoky, like, black swirls and the yellow and all that stuff. So that turned out really good. man, 20 Buck Spin's been killing it with their color pressings. That Slime Lord that I have is so good. So yeah, that was the final album that I'm going to show off today. I think I have about 3 more from the birthday haul that are black metal albums. I'll do that in a separate video. Definitely going to show those off because they're worthy to talk about. They're some of my favorite albums to come out this year. But yeah, that's what I have so far. Just a quick little Saturday video. I don't usually upload on the weekends, but I figured I had the time today. And yeah, so make sure you go ahead and check the Heavy Metallurgy stream that we did last night. It was so much fun. It's 3 hours, so, you know, sit down, and get a couple beers and watch it. And yeah, I'd be interested to know what your favorite releases to come out this year so far. Shout out some stuff in the comments. There's probably a lot of stuff I haven't listened to yet. And like I said, the year end is already going to be strong. There's so many albums to come out. I've got a bunch of tapes too that I recently got in of new releases, so I'll do another video on that. One of them is just been a ripper. I've been listening to a ton, so I can't wait to show those off. So yeah, that'll be coming next week, and then probably the finish vinyl series of my birthday haul. So yep, that's all I have today. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'll see you in the next one.